We all know we age, but most people don't know why. It's not just wear and tear and bad luck. Science has mapped out 12 interconnected processes that drive aging at the molecular level. They are called the hallmarks of aging. Now, I have titled the video 12 Reasons for Aging, which is technically incorrect. Hallmarks are just things that we can observe with age, but we cannot technically claim that they cause aging. Scientists are quite strict when it comes to semantics. Now, they are divided into 3 categories, which is a bit arbitrary, but we will work with what we have. Primary hallmarks, these are the initiating triggers, the root causes that spark aging. Now, antagonistic hallmarks, these start as protective, but become harmful when dysregulated. And integrative hallmarks, these result from the accumulation and interaction of earlier hallmarks. Now, let's start with the primary hallmarks. These kind of cause the other hallmarks, but also the other hallmarks will cause the primary hallmark. Now, that is weird, but the key word is interconnected. Number 1, genomic instability. Our DNA is under constant attack from UV light, chemicals, radiation, metabolic byproducts, and even replication mistakes. These assaults cause mutation, breaks, and structural changes in both the nuclear and mitochondrial DNA. As we age, our ability to repair these damages decline, and this leads to mutational accumulation and disrupted gene function. DNA repair, well, it's kind of like DNA despair. Number 2, telomere attrition. Telomeres are the repetitive DNA sequences that kept the ends of chromosomes. With every cell division, they get shorter, and eventually they are too short to protect the chromosome, triggering cell senescence, which I will explain later, and apoptosis, which is cell death. Now, telomerase, the enzyme, can counterattack this shortening, but it's inactive in most somatic cells. Its absence matters, and it means that over time, telomere loss gradually limits the cell's lifespan and regenerative ability. Number 3, epigenetic alterations. If your genes are like some string of letters, your epigenome is like some tags on that string of letters. Epigenetics refers to chemical modifications like DNA methylation or histone acetylation that regulate which genes are turned on or off. These patterns degrade with age, leading to random gene expression and loss of cellular identity. That's when your skin cell, for example, decides to become a neuron. These changes can now be measured via epigenetic clocks, which predict biological age and correlate with disease risk and mortality more accurately than chronological age. Number 4, loss of proteostasis. Proteins need to fold correctly to function. Cells have quality control systems like chaperones, the proteasome, and autophagy that clean up misfolded or damaged proteins. With age, this proteostasis network collapses, and misfolded proteins accumulate, form toxic aggregates, and disrupt cellular function. This hallmark is heavily implicated in age-related diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And now we have antagonistic hallmarks. These are the ones that start as protective, but they become harmful with age when they get dysregulated. Number 5, disabled macroautophagy. Autophagy is the process by which cells degrade and recycle damaged components, proteins, mitochondria, and even pathogens. In aging, this process slows down or stalls. Without effective autophagy, a lot of waste accumulates in the body, damaged mitochondria linger, misfolded proteins build up, and the cell's internal environment deteriorates. Number 6. Deregulated nutrient sensing. Cells use nutrient sensing pathways, which you might have heard of, like IGF-1, mTOR, AMPK, and sirtuins, to balance growth and repair. In youth, this balance supports development. With age, it shifts toward growth signals, fueling inflammation, insulin resistance, and reduced stress resistance. Overactivation of these pathways promotes aging-related diseases, while restoring balance in these networks has been shown to slow aging in multiple organisms. Number 7. Mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria are your cell's power plants. You have heard that a million times. They produce energy, but they also create reactive oxygen species, which are ROSs. With age, their DNA mutates, dynamics become dysregulated, and mitophagy declines. This leads to less energy and more oxidative stress. These changes disrupt cellular metabolism and amplify damage across many tissues, feeding back into other hallmarks like inflammation and genomic instability. Now, we have integrative hallmarks. These hallmarks result from the accumulation and interaction of earlier hallmarks. But as I have said, the classification is arbitrary and all of them are technically integrated. Number 8. Cellular senescence. Senescent cells stop dividing but do not die. They secrete inflammatory molecules, degrade nearby tissue, and resist removal by the immune system. These zombie cells contribute to a toxic microenvironment that accelerates aging in surrounding tissues and disrupts regeneration. Number 9. Stem cell exhaustion. Stem cells are the things that regenerate tissue, but with age, they lose function, enter senescence, or die off. This limits tissue repair and regeneration. This leads to slower healing, immune decline, and frailty. In extreme cases, it contributes to anemia and neurodegeneration. Now, partial reprogramming and factors like GDF11 or young blood plasma may rejuvenate stem cell function. However, this is controversial. Number 10. Altered intercellular communication. Aging cells send the wrong messages, pro-inflammatory, pro-fibrotic, or simply uncoordinated. This disrupts the tissue microenvironment and organ function. Miscommunication underlines many age-related diseases. It's also a key driver of systemic inflammation. Experimental therapies like heterochronic parabiosis, cytokine inhibitors, and young extracellular matrix treatments are being explored. Number 11. Chronic inflammation. Low-level persistent inflammation without infection driven by senescent cells, gut dysbiosis, and immune dysfunction damages tissue chronically. It's a contributor to cardiovascular diseases, dementia, diabetes, and more. Now, drugs like canakinumab, which is an interleukin-1 beta inhibitor, and lifestyle strategies, for example, exercise and calorie restriction, may blunt inflammation. Number 12. Dysbiosis. Gut microbiome shifts with age, losing diversity, gaining pro-inflammatory species, and this affects digestion, immunity, and even mood and cognition. Aging-related dysbiosis is linked to frailty, metabolic dysfunction, and immune decline. Probiotics, prebiotics, and fecal microbiota transplants and specific strains like Akkermansia mucinipilla are being tested in humans for metabolic and immune benefits. Please like and subscribe to this channel because I'm poor as fuck and I really need money for a PhD.